Hey, good morning, geometry. Today is Thursday, April 9th, and we should be starting to work on 10.6 is where we're at, and I had a request to look at a couple problems from 10.6, so we'll do that now. So I want to just clear up a couple things about arcs. So we are starting to look at circles, and we'll continue looking at circles in chapter 10, 11, and then chapter 12. We'll start using a lot of these ideas with arcs again as we get into chapter 12. So we're going to name the following arcs and recall that x, y, y, x, if they're just written backwards like that, they're the same arc, so you don't need to list that arc more than once. But basically these work just like segments around your circle, and we're just going to find the minor arcs. Minor arcs are anything less than 180 degrees. So this would be splitting your circle into two 180 degree pieces. So anything less than that half circle would be a minor arc. So we can find minor arcs by just connecting two endpoints. Anything that's less than 180 degrees would be considered that. So we have ED. We could go from D to C. We could go from C to B. And we're talking about this curved piece right there. So there's your arc C to B. And technically within this semicircle I'm working with, I do have other minor arcs like E to C right here. That would also be considered a minor arc. So you kind of get the idea. I could go B to F, F to E. Those are some other minor arcs that you could label. Major arcs, anything greater than 180 degrees would be considered a major arc. So we'll just list two, starting with point E. So one of those, starting at point E, I have to make sure I go over 180 degrees, which is more than that half circle. I could start here. I'm going to go all the way to F. Now, whenever we're naming a major arc, you do have to name 3 points that you cross, because if I just said EF, it might mean I'm going in this direction, which I'm not. So I do have to make sure that I name 3 different points that are part of that arc. So this one I could name it as E. It also travels through D, and then its final resting place is at F. So there would be my arc. And the other arc I could name is, starting with E, is just going the other direction. I could go from E all the way around. Maybe we'll go to C right there. That's over 180 degrees. So EBC is another major arc that I can name. And finally, a semicircle. Semicircle would just be half your circle. So here's a diameter that splits my circle in half. So EB could be a semicircle. And we also have CF cutting through right there. CF would also be a semicircle. So we can go from C to F, F to C. Either way, it's the same. So there's how we can name minor arcs. Just with minor arcs, you name them with 2 letters. Major arcs, 3 letters. Semicircles, you can name with 2 letters. So hopefully that helps you get started with section 10.6. See ya.